Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to the Shadows of Pygmalion. If you missed the last episode, you can click on the eye at the top of the video to watch the previous episodes. Get caught up. Gathered through the other demonstrators were men and women who looked to the sky with blank expressions. It was as if they were listening to the voice of heaven. I had a bad feeling about it. Voices erupted outside like fireworks. Oh, okay, calm down, sir. You ain't out of hand there. What is going on? Together with the screaming from below, I heard the sound of breaking glass. Battle cries mounted to a deep rumble, and the crowd below us lost all semblance of order. So they're yelling no to nukes and then started breaking everything? Like, how's that gonna help? Makoto had become pale and stuck her face to the window. Cries reached us from different directions, together with the shrill wail of sirens. The demonstrators were destroying shopping windows and drawing the ire of the police. The street had erupted into veritable pandemonium. Demonstrators clashed with officers, the yelling only overshadowed by the sirens of police cars. In their red lights of the violent, demonstrators seemed to have taken complete leave of their senses. Meanwhile, I looked towards something else. The men and women who had seemed so disturbed earlier now stood peacefully as though their strings had been cut and left the scene one by one. They acted as though they had never been part of the demonstration at all. One of them was knocked over by the crowd and tumbled into a broken shopping window. Uh-oh. His throat landed sharply on the jagged window front. But the man got to his feet again, unperturbed, and disappeared into the murky darkness of a back alley. What? So they had to be mannequins then, right? Makoto sighed in disappointment and returned her gaze to me. They were interested in the man. I continued to look outside. No? So what's going on then? No to nukes? It was what? There's too many nukes in the world now? Pretty much. Makoto grimaced and stirred her coffee cup with a spoon. Makoto's words echoed in my mind as I thought back on what I had just seen. I felt more and more anxious. Yeah, the guy thing must be a mannequin. I looked back outside. The violence had subsided as fast as it had come. The red lights of the police were still flashing, but few people remained. The red sparkled beautifully in the broken window glass scattered everywhere. By the time we left the cafe, the police cars were gone. The glass was still on the street. The broken windows were closed up with storm shutters. I walked side by side with Makoto to the train station. Uh-oh, a mistress? Makoto had kept the conversation alive single-handedly. I was still thinking about the man I had seen disappearing into a side street.
Mina,
Stopped in front of the ticket barrier. Makoto had already passed it. And we ran off towards the guy, I think. I heard Makoto behind me, but didn't turn around. I ran toward Chinatown. Makoto reached for her, took a step forward, and stopped. Oh, I think so. Because you're very dependent on her. A road disappeared between the buildings no wider than a cat's path. It was this one. It was smaller and darker than I remembered. The sun had completely disappeared and the street vanished into utter dark. I felt like I shouldn't approach it, but I had to be sure. Are you sure it's kind of bright here? Broken glass cracked beneath my feet. The moonlight seeping in through the buildings from above produced blurry outlines ahead. I put my hand to the wall and fumbled my way forward. What are you talking about? This is very bright. The ground was wet, moldy stank. It was covered in a variety of objects. Air conditioning systems protruded into my path and trash bins stood to the sides, making walking difficult. Soft drink cans and cigarette butts lay on the asphalt. A few turns later, I hit a dead end. Above me, the buildings left a rectangular space a dozen meters or so per side. Moonlight fell in through the opening. The man I had seen was leaning against the wall, legs outstretched in front. He hung his head like a doll whose string had been cut. I approached him. I reached for his shoulder but froze. Eek. The man's head turned toward me unnaturally, creaking all the while. His eyes were glass balls. Without any emotion, he looked at me. The man stood up, knees turning in a way no humans can. His legs clattered and moved awkwardly, head bobbing back and forth. I was frozen with fear. Is Io gonna save us? I took a step back. The gravel crunched under my soles. The man turned his head with its glassy eyes toward me again. Fear coursed through my mind and I was unable to move. Pale light danced through the shadows. The silver rays wrapped around the man's wrists, knees, and head. Like a fly in a spider web, the man struggled fruitlessly. The threads that covered his whole body was now contracting. Ooh! The man's body was torn apart. Arms and legs clattered noisily over the asphalt. His head rose to my feet, glass ball eyes looking up at me. My mind was numb with shock. From his empty, severed head, a pale light like clear water evaporated into the darkness. It shone in the night and appeared. Simultaneously, cracks appeared in the various body parts lying on the ground, and they splintered into tiny fragments. Finally, only his clothes were left, like a snake's discarded skin. I was unable to speak. What I had seen on the train the day before rose vividly before my mind's eye. Turn around. She wore a black fur coat over her crimson Chinese dress. Cleverness shone in her eyes. Ooh, they finally meet. I had seen her that morning in front of the school gates. She walked up next to me and picked up the clothes at my feet. She took the man's ID card from a pocket and set it aflame. Firelight danced over her sharp lines. She broke as she gazed at the flames. Huh? 1年前の記憶の風景の中にも彼は溶け込んでいる。誰もがその物語を共有し、彼がいた物語の続きを演じ始める。不滅は入れ物さ。空っぽの入れ物。Manawa? Who are you? I heard a different voice behind us. A slim man in a white lab coat appeared from the darkness. The man stopped a short distance away from me. How do you know me? Why does he know my name?
誰にも知られることなく人の狭間に散らばり、いつの時代でも見慣れた風景を少しずつ塗り替えて歴史を動かしてきた。
He coolly looked down into my eyes as he spoke.
ある時は戦争を起こし、ある時は民衆を扇動して革命を起こし、ある時は理想郷を掲げ信仰や思想を説いた。
So it seems like puppets are invading our timeline. Puppets are invading our timeline and changing it somehow? Ooh, maybe that's why we've been getting the message like the world hasn't changed yet or something like that. Maybe that's why. Anyways, we'll find in the next episode of the Shadows of Pygmalion. Why did they approach us now? Why? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye!